Hey everyone, it's me, Megs, and I am back with a V-Part personality unit. I have upgraded and graduated from lace wigs now that my hair is a lot healthier to V-Part wigs with a little bit of leave out. And this unit is by Nadula Hair, and Nadula Hair is one of my favorite hair extension companies. So let's get into all the details about this Nadula unit. And I love the packaging. It comes with this really nice bag, and the box is really nice and sturdy with some additional wig accessories, especially if you are a beginner. You're going to need some HD wig caps. I got 3 of them here, some press-on nails, and these elastic bands for melting your lace if you do have a lace wig. But since we have a V-part wig, I'm not going to need those for right now. But I did wash and condition this unit prior to wearing, and this is exactly how it air dried. The texture of this unit is a Yaki texture, and that's one of my favorite textures to wear because it blends so well with my natural texture hair. And this is how it air dried. It has a little bit of texture towards the end, but that's nothing to be of concern. That's actually how the texture is supposed to be. Very soft, it didn't have any shedding, and I'm really loving the density of this V-part wig because it's not too thick. I don't like my V-part wigs extremely thick. And I will say it did flat iron very well, and this is how the texture looks after it flat irons. So it mimics relaxed and natural pressed hair, and so it has tons of shine. I didn't experience any shedding when styling it as far as when I flat ironed the rest of the hair. And this is a 20-inch wig, so this is a V-part wig, and I will have the dimensions of the V-part size down in the description below for you to check out. But I love this V-part because it has enough parting space where it's further back on the wig, right? And I also love that this wig has additional security like this elastic band. There's some combs within this wig as well. And so if you have like a smaller head like me, you're gonna need this elastic adjustable band, and that's like really crucial when it comes to V-part wigs because you want it to be very nice and secure, especially if you're a beginner. This band makes it so much easier to install. So the hair also, I love at the top, didn't have any flyaway, so it was able to style and really smooth out with ease. So it does have 5 clips at the top and some combs for some extra security, and a comb at the nape, and this silicone strip and drawstring at the nape. So it is a secured wig, okay? But I would highly suggest that you braid your hair down if you're going to be wearing V-part wigs. I didn't have the time, so I just decided to brush my hair back and create my parting space for that leave out area, which you can kind of have as much leave out as you wish to or as little. I wanted a little bit of leave out because I am on a recovery hair journey, so my hair has been blow dried only so it could blend in with this Yaki texture hair. So my hair is doing very well to the point where now I'm allowing myself to have a little more freedom with V-part wigs. But I highly suggest that you braid your hair down because it will help you anchor the wig a little bit better with the cornrows underneath. But for me, it was just a kind of like a temporary wear. I needed just to throw it on really quick for the evening, and it did what it needed to do. But with this V-part that I love, as you can see here, the opening of the V-part, there are tracks sewn around it, right? So there is no exposed tracks, right? So you can see they sewed some hair on the underside. So say if the wind blows, you will not be clocked like, ooh, your V-part tracks are showing. So I really do love that, making it a really nice natural look and easier to blend, especially at the top. As you can see, it's, you know, very finished, which will allow me to blend that leave out with ease. So I really do love that extra piece of detail that they paid attention to. So I will say this wig is very lightweight, okay? And that is a big concern of mine when it comes to V-part wigs, which is why in the past I tend to shy away from wearing V-part wigs. This one is really nice and lightweight, and I love the clips. It allows my hair to be secure as far as the V-part, that is secured and not moving, because you don't want a lot of tension hanging and tugging when it comes to your natural hair underneath. So this one was very, very, very comfortable, okay? And I think also what saved me, because this wig was a little bit big on me, the drawstring saved it. So with me being able to tighten that drawstring at the nape, really allowed me to get that security that I was looking for and needed. So this hair flat irons beautifully. Okay, I love Yaki straight textures exactly for this reason, because it just looks the most natural. And I feel like when you want to have a pin straight look, the Yaki straight texture looks the best on Black women, in my opinion, because the blend is effortless. So it didn't really take too much of me having to use a lot of heat on my hair, because you know I am on a recovery hair journey. So me only having to blow dry my hair and it blends this well, I'm very, very impressed with this texture from Nadula Hair. So I was just able to really blend it, not add any extra heat to my leave out, and look at that. It's just very flat. I love how flat the V-part lays against my head, because you know some V-part wigs, they don't have enough parting in the front to the point where it has a hump in the back. Put a hump in your back, and you know it gave that, and this didn't. And this didn't give that, and I really do enjoy this wig. It looks very, very natural, and I love the length, it being 20 inches on myself, and I'm 4'11", so this was like the perfect length for me. And I love how dark this unit is. It matches my leave out beautifully, because my hair is starting to get that dark, rich color again, since my leave out I'm referring to, my hair is getting healthier. So this blend was just on point and perfect. So like I said, it's not heavy, has a really nice swing to it. I love this density, because I don't like wigs that are 200 plus density and it looks like lion. You know, I want it to look natural. We're like, oh, it looks like it's growing out of my scalp, and this density is absolutely perfect. And this straight look with this texture is beautiful too. So I am going to pop in a few light layers in the front that will also allow me to continue to wear this straight if I wish to. But I wanted to add these little layers in the front because I do want to curl this hair. I want to see how well it holds a curl. I don't really typically curl my Yaki straight textures, because I prefer them to be straight, a straight pin straight look. But I just wanted to see, like, if and when I do want to wear this curled, how does it behave? So adding these layers in the front just gives it a little more movement in body. And I'm just going to take some larger sections, and I'm going to use this Paul Mitchell extra large barrel curling iron. This is one of my favorite ceramic curling irons by Paul Mitchell. It gets the job done, just because I want some loose, kind of like effortless curls to this unit, and it's giving me what I wanted it to give, you know. So I'm just going to throw some quick curls in here. But I will say, if you want your curls to really last, I would highly suggest you probably use a smaller barrel, and also flexi rod the hair. I would probably do that overnight, or let it sit and set for a few hours, or at least an hour, just so that curl can hold a little longer, because this Yaki texture is not like a body wave texture, where a body wave texture would hold a curl a little bit better. Like this, you would have to probably recurl more often if you choose to wear it curled, because it doesn't hold a curl for very long. So with my leave out, I just turn the temperature down on this curling iron and just lightly bumped my leave out, because I'm trying to avoid heat to my hair right now, since I am on a recovery journey. So prior, when I curled the wig itself, it was on 400 degrees. For my leave out, I took it all the way down to 300 degrees. And since my hair is fine, that's what I need. So I have more kind of like a looser wave to my hair with this texture, and I'm not mad at it. It looks more like a lived-in curl, but if you want a tighter, more bouncy look, I would highly suggest Probably using a smaller barrel, adding more layers to it because the layers actually help it curl a little bit better, and maybe doing some pin curls or flexi rotting it after you curl it. But I'm very impressed with how well my hair blends with this texture. The color is beautiful, it's very lightweight, and it looks very, very natural. And I am very impressed with the quality that Nadula has now, because years ago, the quality wasn't giving this. And I'm very happy with the improvements the company has made. And I'm just loving how this unit just looks on. It's very, very beautiful, very natural. I can see myself experimenting a little bit more with curling this unit because I love how it looks. And I also believe this will look great crimped or waved up. I love Yaki straight textures when they're crimped or waved because it just looks really natural. Yaki straight texture is my favorite textures to wear with wigs and V-part wigs because it looks the best on Black women, in my opinion. It looks the most natural. You know, it takes less blending of the leave out, less heat, less everything. So I really, really love this texture by Nadula Hair. They have made some major improvements, like I said, and I really appreciate the quality that they do have now because they've improved so much. So if you guys do have any questions, feel free to ask me, but I do prefer this texture straight. I will say that. All information about this wig will be down in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.